Hello, here we are again looking at jargon busting and with pinkinvestments.org and Yvonne, and we're talking about gearing and leverage. Are they the same thing?
They are really, yeah. Some people just use the terminology gearing, other people will use the terminology leverage. It's one and the same thing, really. It means pretty much borrowing money that you don't have to invest into something which you hope is going to increase in value, make a capital gain, make a profit.
So who does that? Borrowing money they don't have, using money they don't have?
Well, a very simple and widespread example of gearing or leverage actually is if somebody takes out a mortgage to buy a property. So you are literally borrowing money that you don't have, and large amounts of it usually, to invest into an asset, i.e. your property, which you hope is actually going to go up in value.
Okay.
That's a very simple example of it, and a lot of women in particular are actually horrified when they realise that taking out a mortgage is in fact leveraging or gearing, because they
Give me some other examples of leveraging and gearing.
Okay, well, more commonly known is in things like the forex market, the derivatives markets, where
Foreign exchange. We've just talked about that.
Talked about foreign exchange. So basically, people will actually put gearing or leverage on. It means that they can have exposure, for example, to £100,000 or $100,000 worth of trades by only investing, say, £1,000 or $1,000 or $10,000. So the level of gearing increases your risk, but it also increases your potential for gain as well. So, for example, if the trade goes with you, you can make a huge profit because of the gearing involved. If the trade goes against you, you can compound your losses very, very quickly. And in fact, things like, if you remember back to Barings Bank when they actually went down the tubes, a lot of that was due to the derivatives market and the leverage that the bank had on their trades.
And I guess for most of us who have mortgages, that the leverage, the gearing doesn't seem so serious because it's over such a long period of time. 20, 25 years for a lot of people, maybe.
Sure.
The mortgage is spread out. You think your house surely has got to go up in value in that time. Well, I guess that's why people aren't so.
I think it's probably because your house is a tangible asset, so it's something, bricks and mortar that women anyway can relate to much more.
A home.
You don't think it's such a serious thing, but it is something to be aware of, because if you look back, say, 4 or 5 years now, when the property market was at the top, people going into property as an investment then and borrowing a high percentage of the loan to value. So maybe they borrowed 95 or 100% of the value of that property. Really, they are highly leveraged then. And so if the actual underlying asset, i.e. the property, then falls in value, they still owe that money to the bank or wherever they borrowed it from, and the actual underlying asset is actually now worth less than what they've borrowed. So it is a form of gearing.
There you go, gearing leverage. Thanks very much. I'll see you again soon.